Top of the day to you, Ronnie. It's red. You got a red hat today, Ronnie. Red shirt. Wake up, folks. Wake up. I gotta wake up this morning. There we go, Chris. All right, you waking them up now. That's good. Thank you. Good morning, Anna Maria Piazza. Heidi, good morning. Monica, Sky, good morning. Oh, yeah. The red hat. Lester sent this to me. Sent me 2 or 3 of them over here. Said I look so dapper. Everybody kept saying his dad looked dapper, so he wanted me to have more hats. Yeah, Ronnie, you could have got one, Ronnie. You could have. Good morning, guys. We awake. Oh, man, okay. Knoxville, Tennessee. Molly, good morning. Elena, good morning, sweetie. Some of you guys, temperature is starting to change on some of you guys. It's getting a little cooler in places. My feet, Elena, my feet are okay. That one is a little bit not normal, but got that ramp this weekend, guys. Woo, doggy. It's so much nicer than them steps. Yeah. Good morning, morning. We'll look at them here in a little bit, okay? I'll give y'all a little walk down and walk back up on it. You know, I was having some fun with some friends this weekend and talking about stuff, and you can't hardly talk about the old days around here having fun without Doc's name coming up. You know, Doc, I told y'all passed away, and Kenny come by and we sat for a while and talked about some of the stuff we all did together. And one of these days we just sat down and kind of throw out some stories about Doc and some of the jokes we played on him, and he did stuff to us too. It was all in fun, you know. It was always fun. But unless Cuz is involved, Cuz would get serious. You know, put like X-Lax in a man's drink, you know, in his hot chocolate. That's serious. We thought we killed him. But anyway, good morning, folks. Yeah, Steve. This morning, you know, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I kind of like with kids growing up, older folks would show up to visit mom and dad, you know, the grandparents, whatever. It seemed like 47 Minnesota, so that's what I'm thinking about right now. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Temperature. Old folks come around, and first thing they do start talking about their aches and pains, and G says that's what me and Cuz do. I guess it's a natural thing, maybe as we get older. Okay, we got things on our mind. That hurts. That hurts. Oh yeah, see my shirt. Don't mess with me. I can't pull all the way up my tummy to show. I'm Ken John Wayne. Yeah. Well, I know John Wayne. Well, yeah, it sent this to me. Is related to John Wayne, and so he said, "Wear the blue." I showed this on my Saturday video. Wear the blue when everything's nice, and wear the red if you're kind of prepared for a battle. Yeah, never know about here. No, I just messing with you guys. But that is true about him being John Wayne's cousin. But anyway, also, we find ourselves talking about the weather, because weather does affect older folks more than it does young people. 62 right there in Tennessee. But thank you, Don. I'm a John Wayne figure. I use this finger. Everybody, y'all, Johnny said, you stuck the finger up. Wrong finger, Ronnie. But anyway, we do, because I think weather affects us more. I know hot weather really gets me. Now it don't get me down. I can still work in it, but I like it cooler, you know. And but then it gets cold in the winter, and we want to, huddle up. Just talking to my friend Thomas up there in Alaska, and he said, "Man, 20 degrees here where I live is we can walk around in short sleeve shirts. It's not a big deal. Gets on down lower, we may put a jacket on. Well, 20 degrees here, guys. We're huddling around a heater. We're huddling around a heater. I ain't going out. I'm not going out there, you know. And it gets down to teens. Stuff just shuts down. Schools stop going. Buses don't run. It's just it quits. Yeah, that's such a difference here than you guys up north that go through this stuff all the time, and worse, worse. I remember getting pictures back in the winter from Karen, parking lot and stuff. It'd be snow deep as the cars. 50 degrees in Iowa. Yeah, I see my friend Steve in Tennessee sent me a message this morning. It's 58 this morning when he got up where he lives. Talk about temperatures, yeah, I don't know really how to talk about this. Really, it kind of. Well, I'm just gonna blurt it. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna throw it out there. I like to introduce people to other people that I think they would enjoy knowing and having company with, like you guys, and especially you guys. You meet somebody and say, and I'm not playing Cupid. I'm not saying a man and a woman. I'm just saying like two guys or two ladies or whatever. You say, hey, I bet you'd really get along with this person. You ought to have a lot in common, maybe, maybe age-wise. Like this weekend I introduced Ronnie to my friend Thomas up in Alaska, and I didn't think to give Thomas warnings. I should have. But I thought these guys would get along good. We're all in about the same age brackets, and we have a lot in common. And, well, it's natural when you're talking to someone up north, to ask about the weather. Yeah, and I'm sure that's how the conversation started. I'm just kind of guessing. Ronnie said, well, what's it like up there, Thomas? And Thomas said, well, it's 20 degrees. We can wear short sleeve shirts, Ronnie, and like he told me, normal conversation. But at that point, I don't know what brought this up now. I'm serious. Ronnie wants to tell him about cold weather in Louisiana. He said, well, Thomas, it gets cold down here. You can't sit on leather seat covers naked. Poor Thomas. What? I don't need to know that, Ronnie. I don't know either. I didn't need to know it. Leather seat covers and sitting there naked. Well, either put something on, Ronnie, or change your seat covers. Yeah. I never paid no attention to it. Anyway, so yeah. Thank you, Carla. Thank you. Why? And why tell somebody that? Poor Thomas. Thomas go. He see that phone ID. Oh, I can't talk to this guy. He wants to go down deep and get naked. I love it. God love him. He is my friend. I say that loosely. All right, anyway, guys. But I do. Yeah, I think all of us guys in the South kind of get fascinated with what you guys go through in the North. Seriously, I think we do. We had a good weekend here. We did. Lester come yesterday and visited. He come to see his mama. His mom wasn't here. He brought her a gift. But she wasn't here, so I took advantage of it. You'll have to watch his video to see it. I took advantage of it. And he comes in and says, hey, Dad. And we sat there talking. He said, where's Mom? We looked around. I said, well, she's off with Kim. You know how it goes. She's off with Kim. They'll be back. Well, I done this and this and that with Jamie, and she said, you need to go do that for your mom. And he said, well, okay, I will. And there you go, there you go. My feet are fine. And so Lester comes by and he says, I was going to do this here certain thing. Y'all may already saw it for mom. And but I'm here. I'll do you. And I said, well, no, I don't know, bud. A little uncomfortable like that. But if it'd been a pretty chick, yeah, baby, yeah. Go ahead, rub them. All righty. My feet. Well, anyway, y'all watch this video. It was awesome. It was. It was nice. It was nice. We had a good visit though. We had a good visit. Talked about all kinds of different things. But he come over and checked the ramp out. He liked the ramp. He paid for it. I hope he liked it. He paid for it. Yeah, he had done told Walter. He said, "I'll pay for the ramp. Just let me know." And when Walter couldn't get loose, had them houses going and two crews running, just couldn't break off. Uh, we got Ted to do it, and Ted did it for the same amount. And beautiful job, and I'll show it to you here in a few minutes. I can come right up. Well, G, I love her. She got a couple little tables. Why she wants to bring stuff over here so far? It's going to have to be moved around as we do stuff. There's a couple little things, cabinets or whatever, she's bringing over in the wagon here. And she comes across the yard with them little things in her wagon, and they was not heavy, but well, they was kind of heavy. And up the ramp she comes pulling the wagon. And I'm not standing back watching and laughing, but I am watching. I said, she ain't gonna make it. She ain't gonna make that ramp. But the ramp was really easy. But she did. She come all the way to the top with it. Made her U-turn here, and I come on up, and I have to finish it up. But yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. And eventually, we're going to try to put a roof over it. Not right away. We got to finish this house. But eventually, now it'll be a kind of a low roof. You set this area right here. Hey, I'm right here in the trees. Look at me. I'm right here in the trees. But it'll be a little bit of a low roof here, but going down will be fine. But you just have to. It won't bother nobody. Maybe Dustin. Dustin has to duck. Yeah, he'll have to duck. It won't be that low. But anyway, it's really a nice ramp. Yeah, and I'm thankful we got it. And Ted just went out of his way, like these here rails. He routed the edges just as smooth, and then they come back to sanded them. Your handrails, just as smooth as they can be. But yeah, we had a great time. And our day started off different today, guys. It's a whole new world today out here. At 5 o'clock this morning, I get up, take a shower, eat a bite, get a cup of coffee, brush my teeth, and sit down on the couch and wait. But I know we're fixing to get a visitor. And sure enough, Dust is 6'4", something like that. About that time, the door swings open. Here comes Dust. Look at Mickey. Yeah, get out of the tree. Crazy cats. Cats don't climb trees, do they? Here comes Dust to the door with little Cassidy Jean. Her first day. She all went back to school today. And talking about that, when we get to our prayer list, I want y'all to keep little Coda Bear in your prayers. She has started daycare and not looking forward to it, I don't think, because she told G yesterday evening that was leaving for lunch. She said, I want to come and stay with you, G. Poor baby, I wanted her to so bad. You got to send her to daycare. Send her over to PawPaw's daycare. Me and her had a lot of fun, going back to cow poop lane and stuff. Yeah, it's just so much fun, but oh, she needs structure. I can give her structure. Open that gate, kid. That's structure. That's learning to obey and to do what you're told by an adult, and to work the latch, work your little hands, get your little hands working. Dad, what do you mean you're blocked? I don't block nobody, baby. If you're not getting through it, something on your end. I see y'all's. Everybody's seeing me, and I'm seeing you guys, right? I'm seeing what you're saying. So anyway, I hadn't blocked nobody except one time way back. Uh, a lady got personal with my family, and I did that. Uh, I see Dana. I see her name coming across. Uh, I can see what you're saying, Dana. Yeah, other folks can too. You said hello to me twice. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't sometimes catch the names as they go. And listen, now listen, and I don't mean this ugly. And I've had other people say I said good morning 2 or 3 times, and you never said nothing. It's not that I'm ignoring anybody. The names go by fast, and if I'm talking and I'm trying to, I can't just watch every one of them. And if we didn't, if I stopped doing anything, I'd be sitting here saying, okay, good morning, Denise. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, Pauline. And our whole hour would be saying good morning. And I don't think y'all really want all that. You know, one lady got upset here a while back because I said good morning too many times. She said, I'm tired of the good morning stuff. And she said, I'm out of here. Okay. Uh, but anyway, we got little Cassidy Jean here. And, uh, after all that happened, I'm sitting there on the couch and she puts her, gives her a little bottle. And she's ready for a little bottle. It puts her in a little bassinet there. And she says, I'm just going to lay here on the couch by her. And so she kind of dozes off, and I'm kind of about half asleep, and she starts to fret a little bit later, and I'm up going to the kitchen. She said, "You give her a little passy?" I said, "Take it, stick it in your mouth, kid." You know how they do that, Roddy. You know how they do it. Uh, but anyway, yeah, she's pretty spoiled little girl about being held a lot and sleeping with Jill. Yeah, so G may not be coming over here as much this week until she gets her back gets her to a routine of not being held constantly, unless she brings her with her, But that little girl likes to be held a lot. So anyway, that's our world is changing a little bit for this year. This morning I've got to go with Kim. Yeah, coffee might not be strong enough. Uh, I gotta go with Kim. We're gonna go pick up a little stroller. Somebody's got a little stroller. Uh, we're gonna go. Yeah, look at, and she wants to stop by Cowboy Feed Store. I hope she don't embarrass me in that store. I hope she don't embarrass me. I may just kind of sit in the truck like this, nobody see me. But anyway, I told her I'll go. I'll go with her, but she don't have to be not act stupid. I can't stand people that act stupid. Now, I'll talk about you, Buster. Buster in this chair here beside me. Anyway, we'll have fun. But Ben's going to be here, and we're going to clean up out here. I told Ted now, I said, don't worry about picking up nothing. We'll pick it up. There's a lot of those end pieces they cut off, some of the ends that they couldn't use. Because they run out of a little lumber, and I run out to the little lumber yard. It wasn't little. It's actually a pretty good sized lumber yard right out here in the neighborhood. I didn't know it was there, or didn't know they had all that stuff that they had. But they were loading it. It saved me a quick trip because it closed on Sunday. I had went to Home Depot, and it saved me a lot of walking and a longer trip. Got what I needed, but they didn't have the length I wanted, so I had to get them a little bit extra. And Ted said, I hate to cut that. It's like cutting off 4 foot off each board. I says, hey, I can use them. I'll build gates out of it. It's treated wood. It ain't going to be wasted. Don't worry about it. Cut it. So I'm going to get Ben to move that stuff to the barn today. We'll clean up a little bit around here. I don't know what the plans are in the house. G wanted to get those little rooms, the floors painted. And we may do that today. I don't know. because painting them is sealing it all in. You know, the room's basically a finished besides the trim, and that'll all come next. Next, we're gonna paint all the floors. The bathroom, Bud worked in the bathroom. I'll show you that too in a little bit. Got the shower and all of that all done. I mean, it's not finished, but it's done. All the plumbing's into it. And he said the next he'll come and set the toilet and then the sink, the vanity. Set it all up. We got to put up 2 sheets of that paneling first, and we'll cut out for the plumbing, and we'll do that this week, maybe in the evenings. You know, Bud's working late, so it's not a whole lot he can do in the evenings unless he gets home early enough to come down and do stuff. But we can get the paneling up. Kim and Dan can put them up. They do a pretty good job on it. And so that's our plans. Asked Dan yesterday to get a chance one evening, if he's at home and not out of town, to go down and mow with a tractor around Camp Patty, so I can kind of keep it up with a mower. It's too deep for him to take my lawnmower down right now. Yeah, you hear it, Rooster? Yeah, they calling. One of my videos this week, you'll see the coyote come calling, and you're gonna be proud of what you saw happen. You're gonna be proud. Our protectors did their job best they could. But anyway, broad daylight too, and I pinned my chickens back up because I lost a rooster. I lost a rooster to him. Here today, I lost a rooster, and I thought, oh, I missed a rooster, so I pinned them all back up. And one of my roosters went over and lived with Dan. Dan said, I'm gonna keep him. I like him. Now he likes him. Didn't like him 2 weeks ago. Now he likes him. I don't know. Hey, Seamus, come on, buddy. So anyway, got some pretty good videos coming out this week, and you'll see one about the tools Cece sent me. So make sure you guys get some good reviews, okay? They love helping us out over here, and I love their tools. Ted asked me yesterday, he says, wanted to clean up, says, you got a blower? I said, do I ever? I brought him out blower, and man, he whoa, he blowed everything around out here. Well, I've got one rooster. I've got a grown rooster, and I don't mind it more, but I'm afraid they're going to fight if they're grown. Now, Dan told me, he said, Dad, I've got a couple of young roosters. You can have one of them. And a young rooster, if I put a young rooster in there with that older rooster now, he probably won't fight him. He ain't going to be no challenge to him, and maybe he'll grow up in there, they'll get along. So I'm going to try that. But yeah, I love roosters. I love to hear them, just like this one. This is a breeze, to hear them crow in the mornings. And mine, he'll start crowing over there too. And you got, to be on a farm, you got to have a rooster. You got to have a rooster, maybe more than one. Yeah, I think that coyote has probably been plucking off stuff for a while around here, daylight stuff. And that might be where the peacocks went. Sure might be. All right. Do we have any birthdays? I know I've got one written down. Have any birthdays? We want to pray for any prayers too, requests, because we got Tammy still had surgery. She needs prayer. And also the little school kids. All the little kids went back to school, guys. Some of them been back. They hadn't started yet. Some already back, but pray for them. And little Coda Bear, because it's gonna be tough on her. And all them little kids, like at the first few days, maybe in daycares and stuff, and pre-Ks or whatever, it's gonna be tough on them. I remember when my mom took me to school and I was a little bitty and dropped me off. It was fine as long as she was there. But when the parents started getting up and leaving, I gotta go. See y'all later. Well, I couldn't go. Oh, What? And I'm out the low window looking out. Barely could see out the window, seeing her drive off down that little road. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough on them little kids. It's tough on them. Uh, so anyway, looking for birthdays, guys. If birthdays come by, y'all gotta help me with them, okay? I have Andrew, Andrew for one, but I only got one. uh, Cade, okay, Cade, Darlene, Darlene and Greg. You better get my pencil. Get my pencil here. I can see right now. Fish get too many names. Greg, Sonia, Darlene. Good morning, folks. All right, I've got Andrew, Greg, Sonia, and Darlene. Anybody else? You loving the red? Ronnie? This lady loves the red on me. Yeah. Uh, I don't know why it upsets Ronnie so much if y'all say I look dapper, or I look good in this, or I look good in that. He's laying up there right now with a Cheeto on one side of his mouth and that little old Heidi dog here chewing on his ear on the other side. Yeah. And I'll call him. Listen, I'm gonna call him and I'll say, "Hey, Ronnie, how you doing, buddy?" And I hear his little dog just barking, bark, 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 bark. Be quiet, Heidi, be quiet. I said, "What she want? Wants me to pick her up?" Well, pick the baby up, Ronnie. Pick her up. Happy birthday, Joy Joy. Was that Joy got the birthday? I don't know. We're gonna sing it to her anyway, just in case. Just in case. Uh, thank you. I look sharper. One says I look sharp, Ronnie. Uh, oh, Cade, okay. Yeah, I remember that. Cade. I got Cade. Okay, I got it. Well, we'll get the list here today. We'll get the list. May have to do two songs. May have to do two songs. Uh, I think when I start singing, Ronnie turns the volume down or goes to the restroom. Uh, yeah, Woody might be, Ronnie, a little bit. He is special. He is special to me. He sure is. And he's here somewhere. I'm looking for him. He's probably out there guarding the driveway. He's here somewhere, busted up in the chair asleep. Kip is right here by my feet. Oh, Lester come in yesterday. And I know, almost read Kippy's mind. He saw Lester, his little eyes got big. Off that couch he come. He took off running to Lester, just lick. And he's looking, lick, and look. He's waiting on Lex to come in that door. Thinking Lex gonna be with Lester. I thought that's sad. Poor little guy. But Lex comes this weekend, I think. I think we pick him up on Friday. Uh, oh, someone have an anniversary. I didn't see it. You have to come back with it, okay? You have to come back again on that. Uh, we had Dan's birthday party yesterday. Uh, Kim cooked some cake. Dan likes, and I think Lester does too, and I do too. We like our just a yellow cake with no icing, and you can't beat it when it's hot with a big cold glass of milk. Can't beat it. I like other cakes too. I like other cakes. I don't eat much of them no more, but German chocolate, that icing is good. For a lot of different cakes, good. But Kim does make an icing with Cool Whip and strawberries. It's very good. You know, if you like, and you put that on the cake if you want some on this cake without the icing. She brought a big, and it's cold, ice cold. It's really good. Uh, no, I don't keep up, Jennifer. I can't keep up with all the comments. That's why I say they go by so fast you can't see all of them. You know, that's why I say don't ever get upset if I don't see you. Good morning, Deborah Barnes. Deborah Barnes just needs prayer too. She's kind of down and out, not doing well. So keep her in your prayers too. Uh, but anyway, so we're gonna do our song, and we're at the halfway mark, and that way that'll give some of you that bite yourselves time to recover before we end it. Okay, get your band-aids out, your iodine. Excuse me. Take a swallow of coffee, so I'll be ready. Uh, yeah, thank y'all for the prayers. Uh, and you know, and I'm gonna tell you something serious about the prayers, and I believe this. Well, I know prayers work. I know they work. Uh, and in my own prayers, when I'm speaking to God, I, I kind of not reminding him, but you know, people that believe in prayer and they pray, you know, if you can, you know, uh, help them out, you know. Uh, Somebody gonna take her teeth out before I sing. Oh boy, well you gonna be gumming yourself? Go ahead, gum yourself. But anyway, Vera here this morning? Pray for Vera too. Yeah, Vera's been kind of down and out. We all get that way, Vera. Off and on. Uh, but prayers for Polly. Okay. Thank you for your prayers for all of us guys here. Uh, I don't know why Ronnie's on my little boy Wood Dog this morning. He wants to be hard on him this morning. Little Wood Dog, I hope to get him a haircut. They're closed today, but I got a call first thing tomorrow morning. And I might be able to take him in tomorrow morning if she's not real busy. If not, I'd set an appointment for later in the week. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna tell you about my boys. Though. I'm gonna tell y'all seriously. Now I worry about them because they're not scared of nothing. And you'll see this video this week. That coyote comes out of there and they're after him. Oh, Buster's gonna catch him. Buster's gonna hurt him. I have to call him back. Come back, boys. You don't want to catch that. But y'all see it later on this week. Uh, anyway, so here we go. Okay, y'all ready? Are we ready? All right. I want to do about half of them, then we'll do half more. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Andrew Great Sonya. Happy birthday to you. Nobody. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, darling Joy. Cade. Happy birthday to you. Anybody, cha-cha-cha? Anybody else? Anybody else? All right. Happy birthday. If I missed you, let me know. You tell these guys here, they'll keep flashing your name till I finally catch you. Yeah, there we go. Cha-cha-cha. All right. Put my whiteboard down. I left the names on there last week, and I saw one of those carpenters out here. He reading all them names, trying to read my writing, I think. Nobody read it but me. Uh, All right, so if you bit yourself, just get you a Band-Aid, some iodine, whatever you use, and it'll be okay. Be okay. Hopefully you don't have to go to the doctor. You say, what happened? I bit myself. Uh, Thank you, Jill. Davis Bridges. Thank you so much. Very sweet. Uh, okay, Jennifer, go ahead. Are you okay now? Uh, yeah, uh, I think Ronnie's cut back on his Cheetos. I think the doctor told me to get off them Cheetos, off that Dr. Pepper. Because when you don't do nothing but sit or lay and eat Cheetos and drink Dr. Peppers, then you wonder, why I'm gaining so much weight. Duh, duh. Ronnie's doing better, guys. Seriously, seriously, he was sick, and he knew something was wrong. And finally, they figured it out and got him the right medicine, and he's gonna be okay. Uh, he'll be back to his ornery, mean self. Well, he's already there. He's already there. Uh, but now I'm afraid now to introduce people to him. Who knows? Who knows what he's gonna tell them? Strangers, strangers. But I do. I like talking to people from other places. Seriously, uh, because especially like Alaska, because that's where I wanted to go basically all my life and just never went. And now I'm not going to go. I wouldn't be able to enjoy it now like I would back then. And so I watch a lot of Alaskan shows, uh, building cabins in the mountains and the off-grid stuff and uh, pretty fascinating stuff. And then the winters hit, my Lord. But I know a lot of you guys get winters like that too. So when uh, I saw Thomas, I hooked up with Thomas, and I said, "Oh man, yeah." So me and him have some good chats, and he's a lot like, not like Ronnie, but he's an older guy like myself, but he's a fun guy. You can tell he's a fun guy, and but even being a fun guy, you don't want to hear some other guy tell you about getting naked and how cold it was when he was naked. I hadn't got over that yet. And seeing the problem is, Sweet Jimmy and I, everybody relates Sweet Jimmy and I with Ronnie. And now we're pulled into that same category. Well, if I got naked, Ronnie, I'm not going to complain about it. All right. All right. Uh, Snow and cold weather in Buffalo. Yeah, I think y'all get that what, lake effects they call it? Oh, I've seen some of that too on TV. Oh, my Lord. That snow coming across there, you can't even see yourself. It's horrible. Uh, when I worked in California Sheriff's Department out there up in the mountains, I mean, they snow plowed every day, all the time, but you go up there and the snow would be, you'd be looking up at the top of the snow, it'd be that deep. And houses, I've seen houses up there with the snow up to the eaves. And those folks having to dig their ways out. They digging their way out, you know. Uh, yeah, they dig their way out. If they want to go outside or look out the window, it's a white wall there, And they open the doors, it's a wall. They got to dig up. Yeah, that's snow. Uh, all right, Joan, yeah, welcome you, Joan. Now look, if you're new, we welcome you. You'll come to a place you can have some fun. You can not gonna learn much from me, but you can learn things from these folks. And we have a good time. We chat, and so many people have made friends outside of here, and that's what I was trying to do with Thomas and Ronnie, because these guys will get along great, and they do. Uh, Thomas has had so much fun with Ronnie. Same way with Steve and, and Will and all these guys that has met Ronnie. They had fun with him, and you can't help it. You can't help it. Be doing something you think about something he said. You can't help but laugh. And Thomas will tell me, he said, if I was still working after talking to this guy, I'd start laughing out loud. Son, they probably want to fire me because there's something wrong with me. uh, so anyway, there is a cool spell coming down in the United States, and there's that hurricane is turned away from, I think, the Carolinas, about way it's headed out to sea. I think there might be another one coming along. We got to watch. Uh, don't be a nudie. It's too late, Vera. It's too late. uh, I ain't gonna say no more. I ain't saying no more. Uh, but anyway, weather's gonna start changing. We're coming to the end of August. At some point, it'll be late for us, but it's gonna start cooling down in other places for you guys. Probably pretty soon. September will come along, and maybe not cold, but it'll start changing. We're not gonna really see anything to sometimes November, or late October. Halloween, or last October, sometimes you got to wear a little jacket. If you go out, we go out for Levi's Halloween party and stuff like that. You maybe want to wear a jacket. It'll be a little bit cool. But yeah, it's a long time coming here. Uh, so Ivan the donkey. Yeah, he is. He is a donkey. He's a smart boy. I'll tell you that, and he's very good at watching for the animals. A little bit about what happened. And I'm not going to get too much in the video, but it's coming out, I think, Thursday. I think it's Thursday. But he caught a coyote up the barn. So the coyote be at the barn, you know what he's looking for? He's looking for a chicken. I think the goats are probably too big for him one-on-one, but a chicken, and that's where the chickens have probably been going, because they're all free-range chickens. And I lost like 4 chickens, within a day or two. And so I pinned them up, kept them pinned up for a week or two, then I let them back out, things quiet down, and then all of a sudden, one of my roosters gone, So I pinned them back up again. So we got to get this guy to move on. He's got to go somewhere, wherever he got to go. But I couldn't that day because there's too many people around him. Too many of my little animals and stuff around him. So, but Buster thinks he's a coyote hound. That's scary. He don't know. Anyway, the weather will be cooling down for you guys, and I love hearing about y'all's weather. I do, because I know eventually we're going to get some of it. Like Steve said, 58 here today. Well, I know eventually, maybe not out of this cool spot, but eventually we're going to see some on 58s, 48s. And then we'll say, oh, doggone, it's kind of cold today. I'm going to stay in. I don't mind the cold weather. If it's a little bit cold, I got places I can go. I can go out to my little kitchen out there and fire me up that old wood heater, wood stove, and put up me a pot of coffee on, and I'm fine, And I can bundle up and go out and do stuff in the pastures. I can take a ride with my boys in the pasture. And if it's cool weather, we can go camping again. I don't want to go down there and sit around with mosquitoes biting on me at night around the fire, or being inside and be hot, Yeah. Good morning, Dot. I couldn't do what you asked yesterday, Dot. I was late getting there. And I don't know if they would have wanted to anyway, sweetie, but I would have asked, but I was late I was late getting there. Uh, so right now I'm gonna take y'all for a little walk, finish this cup of coffee, and I'm gonna show you this ramp. We'll go out in front, look at it, and we'll come up it. We'll go down it. Uh, we will probably come back and put something. And Ted had a good idea. He said he sees it all the time. You can buy that roll roofing. This is just felt paper over here. But you get it, it's just like this. It's got that, like the shingles texture on it, the little sand, it's in it, embedded in it. It comes in a roll. I think it's 36 inches wide. And he said you just roll it down there and staple it or put a little, tack it down how you want to do it. And 2 rolls would cover it, the whole thing. And he said, you ain't gonna slip down on that stuff. And he said, lots of folks do that. Because it gets wet, it could get slippery, And eventually, like I say, we'll put a roof over it, but we may do that pretty soon. You can get that grip tape stuff, but a lot of places, I've seen it. I don't think it lasts a long time out in the weather. It'll start to come up, ravel up from the edges, and then you got to, and that'll take a lot of stuff. A lot of that. There's a lot of boards there, So I think the roll roofing, it'll just be a black. It'll look like a black, surface to it. It's not tar paper. It looks like tar paper, but it's got that shingle, sandy type texture to it. It's thick. It's thick. And it would probably last better. Yeah, I think you're right, Carl. It would probably last better than the other. It won't become peeling up from the edges because it doesn't stick down. You staple it down or however you want to do it. But we may end up doing that and give you good traction. They said, Dad, you can drive your mule right up that thing. I said, I better not do that. Mom be on my case. You look out that window and my mule sat there on this deck. But this little part here is an add-on that I'm sitting on, and it for the landing, and it's just part of the porch now. It's just not under the roof, but it's gives a lot more room up here, and it's a 6 by 8, add-on out this way. All right, y'all ready to go look? Take you for a look. And I'll show you a little bit about the house too. Okay, we'll go just see what. They haven't done a whole lot. We'll go look. Okay. All right. Buster, you gonna go? All right. Turn this thing here around. Okay. Hang on. There. Okay. The rails, and he routed these edges and sanded them. We thought about doing the same kind of this here, and I thought, well, it's not gonna. I think this would look good. It'd be a little contrast, and I said the contrast thing would look good to me. Instead, all of them be the same. But we could have done that. We could have done it just the same way. We did take the one. This one here used to be across here, and we just cut it and put it on the end so that when you're driving up, the ends would be the same. Okay. All right. Buster, just walk down, let them see. So here we go. So it's a nice slope. Not too much, going up or down. Sure beats those steps. I'll walk you around there in the front just for a second, let you look at how it looks. Okay. I think they did an awesome job myself. I think it's an awesome job. I think we see Charlotte has a birthday. Charlotte, you hang on, sweetie. Yeah, I don't think it's too steep. Uh, Lester said it could have come on out further, maybe to the steps. Yeah, it could have. But if we put a roof on it, the roof can't go past that corner. So we're not that far from that corner. So it'll be okay. Foot or two might not have made that much difference. But I go right on up this baby. Keep moving, boys. You gotta keep moving. Excuse me. All right, let's walk in the house real quick. I think we'll have to turn the breakers on. It's gonna be dark, so hang on. Yeah, that's what she brought up yesterday into the cabinets. So really hadn't been a whole lot of change down here over the weekend, guys. Just Buddy coming did a little bit in the bathroom. I'll show you. Turn the breakers on here. Okay. You see he put the ends on it. Have that all up there be done. I don't know what if they'll do the same stuff here, but it'll be all trimmed out. So, and there'll be like a fake wall here, covering this up. We'll do that too, but it'll be a fake wall here. So if they want to take it off, all your plumbing is right in here. Be easy to get to, you know. So there's where we're at on that. And Kim, I think today will finish the little ceiling fans. She's got two, and she'll do this one here and this one in here. And then she can do this one because they're all in sequence. This will be a big one here. Okay. All right. So that's where we at. All right, so before we get too far and we run out of time, Charlotte's got a birthday. Yeah, I'm right up here in the trees, right here behind me here. All right. All right, son, here in my face now. Boy, son gonna show all them flaws. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Guys, listen. You guys are responsible for this, okay? I know a lot of my savings, but you guys too helped out. Sure have. All right, so here we go. So when y'all pat us on the back, pat yourself on the back, okay? All right, look here. Charlotte, where you at, baby? Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to, I'm gonna make it a little bit, bouncy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Charlotte. Happy birthday to you. I can see her now just chewing. I love it. All right, anybody else? Anybody else? I don't want to leave nobody out because if I do, someone's going to say, PawPaw, I told you good morning and you never said a word. I don't always see it. The only person I'm ever rude to is Ronnie. And listen, it's in self-defense because I guarantee you, I'll get some remarks today from him that make me turn red. I love you guys. Marie, I love you too, sweetie. Uh, we're about to run out of time. So, anyway, we don't know how our schedules are going to change with little Cassidy Jean over there in the house. At least Jean will be out of the picture. She's going to be, that might be a break for all of us. You know, Kim might say, oh, thank God. Thank God. Uh, but uh, I'm sure it's going to change a little bit of stuff. And everybody's back to work, so a lot of stuff will slow down over here. Kim will come and do some things, and I'll be doing a few things, you know, around the outside mainly. Stuff we don't need, I'll be taking it back home to where it goes, the places it goes, me and Ben, and putting stuff away that we don't need over here, cleaning our porches off, and stuff we're going to use, still use, and actually to stay here. But we got to keep moving along with it. And she says, when you think we can move over? I said, gee, it's going to be up in October at least, and it could be longer than that. We don't know. You know, we're not like homeless. You know, we got a nice home. I love that home over there. You know, and Dusty's not ready. He can't come today or move in right behind me. So it's not like we're, you know, got to go. But we will get here. We will get here, and they will eventually get moved in over there. But like I told her, I said, you know, in the meantime, gee, that house can't sit vacant. You can't leave a house just vacant. You can't just close the doors and walk off because something will happen to a house. Now, I don't know. I'm serious. Vacant houses, things start to go wrong. They start to kind of deteriorate. They got to have that life inside of them. So until he moves over, you'll probably see me over there every day having a cup of coffee, sitting on the porch, doing something in the house, diddling. Yeah, I'll be over here diddling too. So, but it's true. You cannot leave a house vacant, close the doors and walk away. And I would never do that house that way anyway. Me and that house has a connection. Uh, my two sons and I drove every nail in that house, you know. And we had a couple of friends come along helping, and cuz helped on the cabinets, but we had uh, a limited amount of outside help, say it that way. Us three. Yeah, us three. So anyway, yeah, it's very special to me. All right, guys, look, we're about to run out of time here. We got about 2 minutes left? 2 minutes? So try to catch up on anything you guys want to tell me. So if you got something you want to say, spit it out. It wasn't built the way Lester wanted. I think it's okay with Lester. He come and looked at it. Lester liked the way it looked. First we talked about coming around the back. You know, Walter said come down the back and then around, and that would have been fine, you know, because I would be probably parking on this side out here anyway, and I'd be the one mainly using it. But this, actually, as Lester and I was talking yesterday, makes it more convenient for G and everybody be parking here in the carport over here by where the camper's at. With the camper ain't leaving it. That's that camper's carport. But they can park there with it. I'll move the tractor over to the barn. But so it makes it convenient. It's going to make it also convenient when we're moving furniture from that house over there to this house, you know. So it worked out good. And I don't think it took away the looks of the little cabin. I think it still looks pretty good. I've got some Thompson water seal. I'm going to have Ben paint these decks, this ramp, the floor especially, and the floor. And then we can come back later on and paint the rails and all that stuff too. So kind of keep it, you know. And they'll eventually probably get painted, you know. If we ever paint the house, you know, eventually the house will get painted too. But that's down the road. We're not worried about that right now. So thank y'all. Becky, thank you. Jake's house is fine. His little house is over there. It's all well. It's all intact. I don't know the plans. Not my business to say what the plans are. I don't know what they are, you know. I I would keep it available for like weekends. So I want to come over and spend the weekend with family or something. That's me. That's me. That's just me. And I hadn't heard nobody else say anything like that. That's what, if it's me, that's what I do. If I didn't live here and I had a place here, I'd keep it. And that's where I would come on weekends, hang out with family. But that's just me. Okay. All right, guys. So we've been here an hour. I've told you everything I know, and I'm sorry, Thomas. I'm sorry, bud. uh, uh, Thomas Thomas had so much fun with Ronnie. That guy, he's something else. Yeah, he is. He is something else. And I'll hear about it. I'll hear about it. Just I don't know why people want to talk about. It's okay, If Ronnie wants to get naked, I don't care. It don't bother me. I don't see it. But I just say, but why tell strangers? Hey, I sat in that chair naked. I love you, folks. Y'all have a great day. Okay, have a great day. Enjoy life as best you can, and pray for those that are sick or need prayer. And listen, if you're new, you're welcome here. Come back, bring someone with you. If you know someone, seriously, if you know someone that would like to maybe some more, I talked to a lady on my chat a couple of days ago. She's alone, no family. She just by herself. I said, come join us, she watches my regular videos. I said, come join the chats, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I hope she does. And I'm hoping she'll show up on here because she'll probably have a lot of fun, and meet a lot of folks. I love you guys. Y'all take care. See you back here Wednesday. See you on my regular videos tomorrow morning, okay? Take care now. Love y'all.